My sister kept accidentally eating my food, so I decided to make a special meal just for her. She regretted it instantly. Look, I'm a 25-year-old guy who doesn't ask for much: a roof over my head, a job that doesn't drive me crazy, and most importantly, my own food. But apparently, in my household, that last part is too much to ask, thanks to my sister Emily, a 23-year-old who acts like a raccoon when it comes to food with no boundaries. Emily has been borrowing my food for years. It started small, snagging a few of my fries or eating the last slice of pizza I was saving. Annoying? Yes. Manageable? Sure. But over time, her little accidents turned into full-blown thefts. If I put leftovers in the fridge, they'd vanish overnight. If I bought my favorite snacks, she'd devour them before I even opened the bag. I tried discussing it with our parents, but they always gave me the same excuse: she's your little sister. Just share. You're an adult, you can buy more. Meanwhile, Emily just giggled and got away with everything, while my parents treated her like a princess and left me as the peasant. The breaking point came a few weeks ago when my girlfriend, Mia, made me a special homemade lasagna. Mia isn't just an average cook, she's amazing. She spent hours perfecting the recipe, making sure it was exactly how I liked it: cheesy, meaty, and layered with love. I came home that night dreaming about that lasagna, but when I opened the fridge, it was gone, just an empty container in the sink. And who else but Emily strolled into the kitchen, licking her fingers like a criminal mastermind. "Oh my God, that was so good," she said, stretching like she just had the best meal ever. I felt my blood boil. "You ate my lasagna?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. She shrugged. "I was hungry, but you knew it was mine." Another shrug. "It's not that big of a deal, you always make a fuss about food." I could feel my soul leaving my body. My parents took her side again, saying, "It was just lasagna. You should be happy she liked it. Mia can make more." That was it. I was determined to make sure Emily never stole my food again. Then the idea hit me: perfect revenge. Emily had a date coming over soon with a guy she'd been obsessing over. She wanted everything to be perfect: the house clean, her outfit flawless, and of course, she wanted to impress him with her cooking skills. So I decided to make a delicious homemade dish for myself that I knew she wouldn't be able to resist stealing. The secret ingredient? Laxatives. Just enough to ensure her date night turned into chaos, but not enough to hurt her. I spent days planning, buying the finest ingredients, and slow cooking the sauce to perfection. I made sure the dish smelled so good that Emily wouldn't be able to resist. I even set up cameras in the house because I wanted to witness the madness firsthand. The day of Emily's date arrived, and I was ready. I prepared a heavenly plate of creamy, cheesy pasta topped with garlic butter shrimp. It smelled so good even I was tempted to eat it, but I had one extra ingredient: a generous dose of laxatives. I placed the pasta in the fridge and went about my evening like nothing was wrong. Right on cue, Emily strutted into the kitchen and spotted my pasta. She grabbed a fork and took a huge bite, then another, and another. "Oh my God, this is so good," she moaned. After demolishing a good portion, she put the rest back in the fridge, planning to serve it to her date as if she made it herself. Perfect. Now for the fun part. I had set up 3 cameras in the house: one in the living room, one in the dining area, and one pointing towards the bathroom hallway. I parked my car outside and got ready to witness the best show of my life. At 8 p.m., Emily's date arrived. Ryan, a guy who looked like he modeled for discount cologne ads, knocked on the door. Emily greeted him with her fake sweet voice. "Oh my God, Ryan, you look so handsome." They sat down at the table, and Emily served him the pasta. I was already dying of laughter. Ryan took a bite and complimented her. "This is amazing. You really made this yourself?" Emily giggled, flipping her hair. Then came the moment of truth. At 8:20 p.m., the stomach rumbles began. Emily shifted in her chair, and I could see it on the camera. Her face twitched, and her stomach gurgled loudly. Ryan kept eating, oblivious, while Emily pressed her hand against her stomach, clearly uncomfortable. Then, Ryan paused, his expression changing. He blinked rapidly and shifted in his seat. Suddenly, a tiny fart escaped him, clearly unintentional. Emily's eyes widened in horror, and then came a second, longer fart. I was wheezing in my car. At 8:25 p.m., the real chaos began. Emily shot up from her chair. Ryan, I'll be right back." She bolted for the bathroom. Ryan, sitting there in shock, looked around in panic. His stomach made a noise that sounded like it was possessed, and he leapt from his chair, sprinting after her. Here's where it got even better. Emily didn't lock the bathroom door fast enough. Ryan barged in, and both of them screamed, "Get out!" They were fighting over the toilet. I was crying from laughter, barely able to breathe. Ryan, doubled over, made a desperate dash for the guest bathroom down the hall, but the door was locked. I was losing it. Ryan frantically searched for a solution, glancing around, but there was nowhere to go. Emily was still screaming inside the main bathroom, and Ryan looked at the kitchen sink as if considering it. Then he spotted the backyard door, a glimmer of hope. With a final surge of energy, he sprinted towards it, but disaster struck. Emily burst out of the bathroom just as he passed by. They collided at full speed like two trains. I was screaming, crying, and laughing so hard I could hardly breathe. Ryan took off running toward the backyard again, and Emily tried to follow but slipped on the tile floor, going down hard. Ryan vanished into the bushes behind the shed, while Emily lay on the floor, wheezing. Just when I thought things couldn't get any funnier, headlights flashed outside. Mom and Dad came home early. As soon as Mom stepped out of the car, she wrinkled her nose. "What the hell is that smell?" Dad gagged, asking if something died. They hurried inside, and as they stepped into the house, the smell hit them like a brick wall. Mom gagged, and Dad dry heaved in the hallway. Then they saw Emily on the floor, a broken, defeated figure. Her makeup was ruined, her hair a mess, and sweat dripped from her forehead. Ryan stumbled in, shirtless and drenched in sweat, looking like he'd just survived a horror movie. "What the hell happened?" Dad demanded. Emily, still panting, raised a shaky hand. I don't know," she whispered, her voice haunted. Ryan clutched the wall, looking like his soul was halfway out of his body. "I need to go home," he muttered. Before he could escape, a loud, wet sound erupted from someone's stomach. Mom screamed, Dad gagged again, and Ryan froze, horror spreading across his face. Emily broke down, crying, and Dad turned to me. "Did you do this?" I tried to keep a straight face. "Do what?" I asked, barely holding in my laughter. Mom pointed at Emily. "She looks like she's been through a war." Dad turned to Ryan, who still looked traumatized. Mom turned to me. "What did you do?" I shrugged. Maybe the pasta didn't sit well with them. Emily let out a weak cry. "You poisoned me." I raised my eyebrows. "Poison? That's a strong accusation, sis. What makes you think that?" "Because it feels like my stomach is trying to kill me," she screamed. Dad was still in the hallway, doing breathing exercises to keep himself from passing out. Ryan had already left, not even saying goodbye. In the aftermath, I was grounded, but it was absolutely worth it because one thing was certain: Emily never stole my food again. And that, my friends, is how I won the greatest sibling battle in history.